can already tell. We'll bang up for it. Sometimes when I come out for hello and when the chorus starts and stuff, people just don't know what to do. They just sort of sit there as yours stood up. Absolutely love that. Thank you so much. Have you had a good day so far? Have you been gambling? Any winners? Any losers? That's the same reaction any time I ask. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Say hello to Eric, my piano player. I've got to tell you something, because I might look a bit silly once I try and stand back up, okay? So, I've been working out like a crazy person the last sort of like 4 or 5 weeks. And on Wednesday, my trainer had me do an exercise for my calves, which sounds really simple. So I was like, yeah, sure, that's fine. So basically, he had me on this pole. Excuse my Spanx and my socks, okay? But I want to show you, because I want to give you some context as to why it's going to look like I can't walk, basically, in a minute. Had me on this pole doing this. Oh, fucking it hurts. 100 times. And I was fine while I was doing it. I was like, oh my God, me in a pair of high heels, one day I'm gonna look amazing. Like Tina Turner. Yesterday morning when I woke up, I fell out of bed when I tried to stand. It feels like there is the tightest rubber bands in my calves. So it takes me a hot minute to stand up once I've been sitting down. And when I next stand up, it's like during a really emotional part of a song. So I might need you to sing that emotional part of the song. Because it's going to take me like 10 seconds to be able to stand up straight like a sunflower, okay? So I'm going to sit down. It feels fine when I'm actually just standing up, but it's the going from sitting to standing up. So I just wanted to give you some context on that, okay? Because otherwise you might be worried for me. Okay. I don't want legs like Tina Turner anymore, I've decided. I don't want those legs. I'd rather just have my little sulky legs, that's what I'd rather have. Anyway, welcome. As you can hear from my voice, I'm a bit tired today. My body betrayed me last night. So, after Valentine's Day, I slept for 13 hours. Can you believe that? I know. I don't think I've slept 13 hours since I was in like my early 20s, and that was probably because I was like blackout drunk. I'm like, oh look, like you want me blackout drunk tonight. So I had 13 hours sleep. It was absolutely wonderful. I woke up at like 1:30 p.m. Luckily, my kid was at school and his dad had taken him. So I loved that. And then yesterday I was tired because you know sleep induces sleep, right? So at 9 p.m. I took a little cheeky, strong melatonin. 3:45 this morning I woke up. Can you believe that? 3:45, and I haven't been able to get back to sleep all day. So I'm pretty tired, but I can already tell your energy is going to give me the energy I need. Has anyone else feel incredibly overstimulated the past 6 or 7 days? Yes. Guys, I'm having sensory overload. I've decided to absolutely give myself like no screen time for like the next month because I'm sensory overload, visually, audibly, everything. Obviously it was the Super Bowl. Were you guys happy with the outcome of the Super Bowl? Mixture, that's fine. You know, a lot of people's favourite teams aren't even in the finals, so that's fine. I slept through the first half, and then because obviously it was the day after my show, and I had a couple of friends around, and they woke me up for the half-time performance, and then whoop, and then we kind of watched the rest of the game, but not really. Obviously, we weren't watching the game; we were waiting for Usher. And then after that, we decided to watch every single half-time show ever. So we were up until about 1 a.m. Don't worry, I wasn't drinking, I wasn't being naughty. I made a bang of chili, and that's all I consumed that night, really. It was amazing. So we watched essentially like 5 hours of halftime shows after the Super Bowl. And I have been on the edge and on the brink of collapse ever since. Because just so much is happening, and I know there are great things happening this week in the world, but I've switched myself the fuck off because I don't think I can handle it. I don't think my little brain can handle it. So that's what I'm doing for the next month. So I don't know what could happen, I won't know about it, basically, is what's going to be happening. And then my road got closed because, you know, it rained so much in LA a couple of weeks ago. A tree decided to fall over on the road that I live on. So then I couldn't get my kid to school, which was really stressful. Managed to get him to school and then I got stuck and I couldn't get home. Anyway, my week's been a bit shit, to be honest with you. Which makes it all the better that we're here together tonight. I thought I was going to have this week. And even when I landed, I was like, oh, you know, even though you wouldn't think it, I was like, oh, thank God. really let out a big sigh of relief. So I'm very, very excited to be here. This is my 77th show. We're near 100 altogether, so I've got like 23 3/4 shows left, obviously, because we've only just started. And I'm really going to miss it. I've really loved this experience so much. And blackout drunk person again. All night. I'm curious, have any of you seen it? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Someone did a scream like that last week and it freaked me the fuck out, right? I like cheers, I don't like screams, all right? I'm a 35-year-old mother, right? I'm not Harry Styles. Anyway, I'm curious to know how many of you have seen this show before? Well, that is the highest possible compliment. I appreciate you coming back so much. Everyone else, that means it's a fucking great show. That's why I'm doing that. Let me hear those of you who haven't been to this show yet. Well, I'm going to really take you there tonight. I'm going to drag you headfirst through all of your own emotional dirt. Are you ready? Are you willing to do that with me? I'm feeling hyper-emotional as well tonight, I think because of the week I've had and stuff like that. And like I said, it's overstimulated, so we'll cry together probably a few times tonight. I want to try and get an idea of what kind of crowds we have here. Do we have any birthdays here tonight? Happy birthdays. Do we have any anniversaries here tonight? Happy anniversary, whether it's 1 year or 50 years. Well done, it's hard work. Do we have any bachelorette or hen parties here tonight? Hey, we do. Lovely. The last few weeks we've had none. Do we have, well, good luck to you guys. Do we have any divorce parties here tonight? You jumped up so quick then, lady. That was amazing. There's a divorce party going on back there, about 4 rows from the back. Do we have any girl trips here tonight? Do we have any gays trips here tonight? Do we have any mothers and their kids? I'm really hoping that one day, when my kid's older, he'll want me to go to a concert with him, or that he'll let me take one with him, because he's too cool for school these days, and he doesn't think I'm cool at all, and I try to remind him of what I do, and he's like, I don't care, so. Do we have any, I guess we could still probably, do we have any Valentine's trips here today? I forgot, happy belated Valentine's. Did you have a nice Valentine's? No? I had a fucking great day, I loved it. I don't know, I got spoiled rotten, and like I said, he let me sleep for 13 hours. When was the last time you slept for 13 hours? Been a while, right? Yeah. I had one passion fruit martini. Not pretty well. Okay, do we have any belated Christmas gifts here tonight? Ho, 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 motherfucker! And then, I want you to answer truthfully. Do not worry, I will not hurt my feelings in the slightest, because you're still here, and anyone else, don't be embarrassed. Do we have anyone here that was dragged along against their will tonight? It is often men, it is often straight men who get dragged along to my shows. I promise you, I'm going to make you laugh, but more importantly, you're going to get laid by coming tonight. You'll thank me later and you'll want to buy your tickets to a show again. I promise. I love making music. You can fight to it and you can make up to it. Right. Did you have a nice Valentine's? Did you do?
I took my girlfriend to a restaurant here in Vegas called Scarpetta.
You guys know Scarpetta? Oh, what kind of food is it? Italian, lovely. I'm a little bit like, I can't really eat gluten, it's a bit of a ball really. I do it sometimes, but I mainly do it on Sundays when I haven't got a show because it's chaos. Anyway, chatting a lot. When I get nervous, I chat a lot. This is why I'm chatting a lot. And for those of you who haven't been to this show before, I'm sure you heard that originally I cancelled the show, which was hell on earth, to be honest with you. I won't exaggerate. But, you know, it didn't take me that long. You know, it was like over a year. It didn't take me that long to design this giant egotistical A. This show is very much a grower and not a shower. And I'm going to give you all sorts of entertainment. There's going to be, it's mainly a visual, you know, the stage I'm talking about. The stage is a visual representation of not only my career and my songs, but also, my life and things like that. And the reason I wanted to start it small like this was because in a weird reverse psychology way, it chills me out a little bit and settles my nerves, being so vocally naked and vulnerable with you. And it just feels like we're sitting at home, probably at your house, probably not at my house, having a cup of tea and chit-chatting and gossiping. So that's why it starts like this. But I'm going to give you fire. I'm going to give you magic, seeing as we're in Vegas. I'm going to give you visuals, baby. I'm going to give you, there's lots happens. And I don't chat, I obviously sing more than I chat. So don't worry about it. But also, I prefer talking, can't lie. I'm going to do 2 more piano ballads for you in this setting. Now, obviously that makes it sound like I'm not going to give you any other piano ballads. The whole set is piano ballads, which I'm sure you know. I do have a few up-tempo songs, and I will give those to you, but I'll give them all to you like all at once because, let's not pretend to be people that we're not. We're here to be miserable. So we can pretend to be like pop girlies and guys and stuff like that for a few numbers and then go back to being miserable. But obviously a lot of my piano ballads do have rhythmic, they have like a bit of a bass line in them and stuff like that, but I'm going to give you 2 more very stripped down piano ballads. And I would like it to be one giant night of karaoke, because even though I have these speakers in my ear, I can hear you if you're loud enough. Yes. So I'm going to do what I call a golden oldie, but it's only on my second album, I only have 4 albums. But I stopped singing it for a long time. I think I was still a bit salty, and when I was on tour with my 3rd album, I was like, well, I'm not singing that song about him, no way. And even though I was like happily settled down with a child, it was just so petty. And then obviously on 25 I wrote more piano ballads, so it kind of replaced the other piano ballads. And a lot of people used to always, they wished that I had sung this on my last big tour, so I decided to put it on this set, and it's been going down rather well, hasn't it? So yeah, let's do it. This is Turning Tables. So this next one that I'm going to do for you before the show starts to grow, like I told you it would, it was the first song I wrote for my second album, 21. And I was very fortunate that I got to travel quite a bit with my first record. I got to do Europe and I got to come here and stuff like that, but to America. I don't think I came to Vegas until my second album. I don't think it was yet. And then, my first album, for those of you that have heard of it, it's very I'd say it's indie, because it's all I wanted was a blunt fringe, bangs, and to play the guitar. That's all I ever wanted in life. And I used to wear these big schmocks, so, schmock dresses. Is that what you call them in America, schmock? Yeah. Schmocks? No. Shit. Just big baggy dresses, basically, over my jeans and stuff like that. And I can't really play guitar very well, especially not anymore, because I prefer to have nice long nails than to have little sweet potato fingernails playing guitar. But I used to play the acoustic guitar like a bass, and I used to play the bass like a guitar. I don't know where that came from, I'm self-taught, not very well, clearly. And my first album was very sort of guitar-based, obviously I had a couple piano ballads on it, but I would say it was much more led sort of being acoustic singer-songwriting vibes. It was basically just all of my favourite styles of music thrown against a wall and then put onto a record. And because definitely then, and still now, but definitely more then, I was, oh no, it's not true. I'm always will be a bigger fan, than being an artist myself. Music is just, I just love it. I just love listening to it. And getting to tour America and stuff like that, it was very serious almost. It was I was being treated like a serious musician, and I never took it seriously. It was just my hobby. And I got introduced to a lot of music and a lot of artists that I'd never even heard of, because bearing in mind, I'm 35 now, and I got signed when I was 18, 19, and there wasn't streaming services then. It was Napster was trying to be a thing, but not really. It wasn't really taking off that big, And also not everyone had, no one had iPhones, but also I didn't have a computer. When I moved out of my mum's house, I couldn't afford a fucking PC computer. I couldn't download onto Napster even if I wanted to. So, it wasn't easy to discover music the way that we're able to discover and consume and gobble it up now. So there were lots of artists that I'm sure all of you were born knowing, especially because most of you, I imagine, are American. But there was a lot of country artists I'd never heard of, and I can't lie, the only country I'd ever heard was Shania Twain before I first came to America. And she's incredible, don't get me wrong, but I'd never heard of Garth Brooks. What kind of fucking bullshit is that? So I was introduced to all these wonderful artists and different types of music when I got to first come here. And I was like, oh, I wonder if I'll ever have a sound, if I'll ever, you know, if a style of music that I might do one day would be like, oh, is that Adele? It's probably Adele, right? It's the kind of sound that she likes to have and stuff. But I didn't know how you do that, how do you craft that and things like that. And I went to the studio when I got back to England after being able to be here with my first album. I had a random day off, and I was itchy because I was so used to doing something all the time for a couple of years with my first album. I was like, well, I want to go sing or something. Nowadays, if I don't get like 5 days off, I'm like, oh my God, it's the end of the world, what on earth's going on? But you know, when I was like 21, I was eager just to sing. It was crazy. I am still eager to sing, of course, but you know what I mean. And I went to the studio and we wrote this song in one day, and I didn't know I was ready to write my second record, and I certainly didn't know what it was going to sound like or what it would be about. And I went into the studio, and the writer that I wrote this song with is who I wrote Chasing Pavements with. So I certainly wasn't expecting, thank you, certainly wasn't expecting this kind of song to come out of us, because it's so different to Chasing Pavements. He sat at the piano, and then I just started singing, and it's, you know, every now and then songs will just write themselves, and it's almost like they've always existed, you know. And I left with this song, and I was so flabbergasted and pleased as punch with myself. Because I loved the song, and I was like, oh my God, this is where I want to go. I want to do piano, and I want to do soul, and I want to do like pop art, you know, just all those different things that I was doing on my first album, but way more refined and more like me. And then the subject matter of it, I couldn't believe how articulate I was with my own feelings that I obviously clearly wasn't really acknowledging in real time, because I was as shocked as my boyfriend at the time when I went home and played him this song, and I was like, I think we've got to break up, because I just wrote this song. And I love singing this song, and obviously it's so sentimental and really holds a special place in my heart because of that story that I just told you. And, you know, I'm not by any means saying that I've created a sound, that all this sound has been done a billion times before me, and it has been done a billion times since me, and will be done a billion times after me. But it's just something that feels good in my soul to sing. It's piano, heartbreaking, oh my God, my life is over kind of songs. So before I start singing this song, I need to bring on the girls, because I need their help for it. So please welcome Lauren, Amanda and Katie. Come on out, girls. I can't stretch that far today. My arm's a bit tight on the dress. I can get one more step behind it. So it's during this song where I need to stand up. So if at any point in the night I go like, it means your turn. They're feeling okay right now, but I've also got to uncross my legs, and maybe I'll uncross them now just in case. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, you look beautiful. Thank you for dressing up in all those sparkles and getting your hair done. You look lovely. You do. Now that I can see you, it's perfect time for my lottery seats. Paul, will you please bring out my tombola? Right, so inside of my tombola here is every single seat on the very, very top balcony. And I'm going to pull out one. And you can bring someone down with you, and you can be guests down here towards the front for the rest of the show. Ready? Block 405. There we go. Row E for elephant. Seat 507. Row E for elephant. Seat 507. Oh, I see her. Put your arms up. So yes, I can see you. Hello. Okay, so obviously I said bring one person, so if you're in a group, I don't know what you're going to do about that, babes. Come on down, okay, just take your time, no rush. Go to the nearest attendant and they'll bring you down, and I'll speak to you in a little bit when you get here, okay? Just love it, it's my favourite. So when I was first opening up, the real opening up, not the one I cancelled, I was sick, right, so you can imagine my mental health was in the gutter, because the week of opening, I was actually really sick, and I obviously, I mean, you know what I'm hinting at, I had to isolate up there on the top balcony, and so I wasn't allowed to, I didn't step on stage really until the actual opening night, but it's fine because I smashed it, so it's fine. I did have more than enough time to really prepare for it. But anyway, so when I was up there bored, I was like, oh, I wonder what it looks like from every single seat up here on the top balcony. So I've sat in every single seat on that top balcony. And when I was up there, I was like, this room, there's not really a bad seat in this room. It's the way it's built, was built by scientists. So everyone's like the same distance in some circumference. I don't know, listen, my forte isn't science or maths. I know I name all of my albums after numbers, but it doesn't mean I name it. But it felt special to be like, oh, you know what? Let me do a little token, you know, a little lottery ticket every night. But anyway, do we have? Don't know. Stand back up. I've got 2 more up tempos for you. I told you. We have to pretend that we're pop girlies and gays. Okay? I'm not gonna lie, absolutely wins me because I'm so used to like using my diaphragm to sing, and then I have to use my lungs when I sing up tempos. It doesn't really make any sense because I have to try and move a little bit. Anyway, that someone's gonna drag me for that. I know I don't dance, okay? You know, even just doing that is like it's hard work. Anyway, does anyone here have any ex-boyfriends or ex-girlfriends that you don't like? Yeah, I have a few. So this next song is for all of them, okay? All of yours, all of mine. Fuck them, okay? So
just for the time, people.
Thank you very much. I sing that one with I try to like sometimes emotionally, not black out. I used that word earlier because someone over here was trying to do that tonight. But I try to like emotionally check out sometimes when I'm singing some of my songs because you know it's kind of it can be quite traumatic revisiting. You know, even though I was 21 and really wasn't the end of the world, it felt like it, and you had nothing to sort of measure it against. And I was a shell of myself. Well, obviously not as bad as when I got divorced, but you know, my 21-year-old self didn't know I was going to get divorced later on. So. But that one I can never emotionally check out of. I just love it. I feel like I'm in sliding doors or something. Right. So now it's time for my favourite part of the show, which is my t-shirt round. I know, hang on, I've got to tell you some rules and regulations, alright? First of all, I will not be aiming at the floor, where you will see how powerful my t-shirt fan is. And we're in the US of A, you might soon be that bolts you on your head. So I'm going to be aiming for the balconies. But sometimes I miss my shot, so don't fall asleep on me downstairs, alright? Because otherwise you're going to miss the opportunity to be like a Olympian and jump over. Don't worry, your fingers not on it. You might have to jump over some rows or some barriers to go and catch it. So obviously, I know this sounds really obvious. Please do not lean over the balconies. You'd be surprised what some people do. And if you're near a child, give it to the child. Inside of my t-shirt bag is a signed t-shirt, handwritten note from me, and 50 checks to go by free. See, can you imagine, sir? Could you imagine? Hey, nice one. Okay, middle balcony, are you ready? This one's a bit trickier. It's something to do with that science that I was trying to explain to you earlier. It's a small gap as well. Oh, nice one. Back row of the middle balcony. Lovely jubbly. I've got 2 more, but this one on the other side. You know what? All of this walking and it's dancing is actually making my calves chill out a little bit. Has anyone, obviously I know, no, I am, I'm a fucking athlete, it's crazy, like, basically, had I not discovered boys so early in life, and not skipped PE, I probably wouldn't be here, I would probably be getting ready for the Olympics, that's what I'm thinking. Because the proportion of my body is very athletic. But has anyone done those calf exercises that I demonstrated earlier? Well, I have not. I thought 100, yeah, easy, I can do 100. Oh, gosh, it was a shock. Hang on, I'm going to ask her a minute. My love, tell me, what's your name? What's your name? And how old are you? 5. I'm Adele, I'm 35, and I love my picture that you drew me. Thank you so much. I'm going to put it on the wall in my dressing room backstage, okay? I love it so much. So look out for a picture of it, because I'm going to make sure I post a picture. got it. Nice one. I've told you all that cheers, not screams. Okay. Are you ready with the balcony? Let's see if I can... Fucking tuck, I missed it. Oh, there we go. There was a couple just talking to each other. I had no idea what was going on. Landed right behind me. Sorry, but it's harder, you know, it's that science. Right. Okay, let me get a single my heart. Let me quickly show you my painting for those of you that was drawing. For those of you that... I don't know if any of you tried to bring in posters or anything like that, but just so you know, that's my idea, not to have posters in here, because what happens is when I'm singing, obviously I sing live every night, and what happens when I see a poster is I start reading the poster and then I start forgetting my lyrics. So it's not any grumpy security or anything like that, it is my idea, and sometimes they get snuck in still. I don't know how you fold them up so small and fit them in a bag. But that's what happens, is I forget my lyrics. So, still love you, you know, it's what it is. Right, hello to my seat winners upstairs. Is it you guys there? Now, whose seat did I call out? Yours, what's your name? Tarsi, I've never heard that name before, that's lovely. Who are you here with tonight, Tarsi? Albert. So Tarsi and Albert, and where have you guys come from tonight? Southgate, California. I reside in California, but where is that? I've never heard of Southgate. Oh right, okay, yes, I do know Compton, yes. I do know Compton, yes. Okay, so it's near there. Oh, are you both born and bred in California? Lovely. And how long have you guys been together? 10 years. It's your anniversary tonight, oh my God! Sorry, you've been together for 10 years. Married? Married for 6 years. And today's your 31st birthday, and I'll call that your seat. Meant to be. When did you guys get into town? Today. Oh, lovely. Have you done anything nice? That's what made me sleep for 13 hours the other night, yeah. And when are you here until? Lovely. What are you going to do tomorrow? No, yeah, just shop, gamble, make love again, yeah. Can I be nosy, because obviously I don't get to talk to strangers very often. How did you guys meet? Oh my God, that's how you met? 10 years ago. I'm like, I can't believe what luck it was calling out your number when it's your birthday and your anniversary. Well, thank you so much for coming to my show. I appreciate it so much. I'm going to dedicate this next song to both of you, especially because your anniversary. It's called The Gesture, not the, you know, the song itself is quite sad. And the relationship had ended. But you know, just a gesture. Happy anniversary, happy birthday, and thank you for coming. Go on then, my love, take us to church. I'm going to need help with this one because it's got a cute church. You don't understand how complicated it was to actually set fire to the venue. It took so many different ideas and so many different fire marshals and pyrotechnic companies and things like that. You remind me of So normally, what happens is when I walk through the crowd, because I sing a song in the crowd. I know. But normally what happens, hi, your brother's getting married. Oh, look at him on vacation. Oh, very, very nice. Thank you. Your brother's getting married. Where's the brother? Are you the sister-in-law? When are you getting married? Oh, lovely. Oh, is it really? lovely. I'm so glad it's one and only, not someone like you, because when I see people dance to someone like you, I'm like, do they know this song is not a happy song? Well, congratulations, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful wedding. Thank you for coming. So normally, like I was saying, normally I have another microphone, and I would have spotted someone very early on in the show. Hi, lovely. And I would, hello. Oh, wearing my phone. Hello, everybody else. And normally, what would have happened is, thank you, can I send that water because I can't. And normally I would have spotted someone very, very early on in the show. This fan's getting annoying now, isn't it? And I would normally have my microphone and I would start talking to them. I would come up and I'd be like, hi, what's your name, where'd you come from, what do you do, blah, 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 blah. And I would ask them what one of their favourite memories is from when they were younger. However, I haven't been doing that so far with this leg, because I don't know if you've noticed, well, I have certainly been dodging the plague like no one's business. My man's had it, my kids have had it, like it's been crazy, and I'm like, trying not to get it. And it's not that I don't love you, I just think you might be a bit dirty. That you may or may not know about, and I can't risk it because if my voice is tired, that's one thing. If I'm sick and I have to sing, it could be a bit dangerous. My doctor years ago told me I could never do that. So, and also, you know, I just can't be the puppeteer of everything if I'm sick. So, love ya, but not enough. I do, I absolutely adore you. I just, you know, I can't risk it. But like I said, normally I like to ask what one of their favourite memories is from when they were younger, because it ties into the next song that I'm going to do, so that's pretty obvious. But also, it's kind of an interesting sort of social experiment, because sometimes like diehards who are like reoccurring offenders are coming to the show, so they know I asked the question. They would have prepared like some core, deep memory, which sort of takes me aback a little bit, and it's a very big exchange of energy, which I love. But I like asking the question because it's a deep question to ask someone randomly on the spot, and often it revolves around grandparents and vacations or playing outside and stuff like that in the summer. And there's something very beautiful about that, because the innocence of grandparents and stuff like that, you know. And as we get older, obviously we don't have them as much anymore. But then I like to tell a memory of mine every night, which 77 shows in is getting a little bit tiring. Trying to remember only positive ones, you know. And I had a lovely childhood, don't get me wrong, but I'm a pessimist, I'm a glass half empty kind of girl. I'm a real feeler, so you know that movie Inside Out, that kids movie. I'm sadness, big time. Absolutely sadness. Sometimes you have to feel sad to find the joy. So you know, trying to remember only positive memories is becoming tricky, and I'm sure I've repeated myself a couple of times, and I may have even told this one already, and maybe even last time he was here I told it, I don't know. It gets a bit my water because my throat is dry. Also, I'd like to give myself a big pat on the shoulder, because that was officially the 77th time I've been terrified that I'm going to combust into a ball of flames. So years ago, you know that song Hometown Glory that I did a couple of songs ago? Years ago. So that was the first song I ever wrote. I wrote it on guitar when I was 16 years old. And then I went to school when I was 14 until I was 18, and I studied all the normal maths, English, science, you know. But I also got to study music, like 6 to 8 hours a week. And I remember my friend Lee, I was like, can you play this on piano though? Because I can't transpose from guitar onto piano. He was like, let me hear it. I'll put it on guitar. He put it onto piano. And then it just sort of became this song. It's still one of my favourites to this day, but you know, went on my first album and things like that, and I guess it was one of the first songs a lot of people knew about me. But years ago, before, you might even not even know this about him, but Zane Lowe, who works for Apple, and who is also a DJ, a disc jockey, you know. Years ago, he used to live in London, and he was on our radio station. Bear in mind that we're a very small island in Britain, so we have national radio, which is incredibly effective. So compared to like your wild radio, which you have to tour radio stations to get your song to play, which obviously your country is massive, but if you got playlisted on Radio 1, at A, B or C list, wherever, you were likely to have some sort of hit on your hand. And Zane Lowe had like, I think it was the 7 p.m. show, I can't remember, but it was like the coolest fucking radio show in the fucking world, right? The world in England especially. And he used to have this thing called the hottest record in the world. And everyone would tune in. And again, you know, this is years ago. So again, this is years before streaming. It's years, you know, like if you wanted to hear music or something, it might be on YouTube, you know, or on that weird thing that tried to happen, that didn't, try and make fetch happen, but didn't happen. You know? It was the beginning of the end, in my opinion. But anyway, and you know, the hottest record in the world to have, you know, there's so many songs that come out. And he had Hometown Glory as his hottest record in the world. And I remember I got to do an interview with him. And I was on the phone and I was in a tiny splitter van, we call them. A splitter van is when you are on your first little tour, and the front is the driver and the back is, it's kind of like those really posh trucks that you see like Hailey Bieber and stuff being driven around, you know, it's like a whole lounge in the back. It does not look like that, Jesus Christ. It is like MDF and like bits of carpet for seats, right? And I was in Cardiff, which is where my dad is from, it's in Wales, yes. And I was about to do a performance to about 35 people. It was sold out, couldn't believe it. And I was doing my interview and saying the hottest record in the world, which was Hometown Glory. And he'd just always been such a massive champion. Obviously, you know, gone on to do other things and stuff like that. And he's always championed everything I've ever done. And he's here tonight with his family. And I want to let his kids know that he's really cool. And if it wasn't for his dad, I absolutely wouldn't be here today. So love you, Zane. And look how I love you, girls. And on that note, this is when we are.
And yes, guys, I'm keeping it while she's walking, guys.
Did you have a good time? You have been dancing. Thank you so much. Like I said, I was like, oh my God, how am I going to do a show? And the second I come out on stage, you lot gave me so much energy. Thank you for coming with all that good vibes. I appreciate it so much. You've been fun and engaged. You've been absolutely amazing. It really does make a difference to our show. So thank you so much. And also, I just want you to know that it does not go over my head just how much fucking effort it takes to come and see a show in Vegas. Okay? Thank you from the bottom of my heart for fucking flying here, childcare, pet care, time off work, hotel, the fucking tickets alone, Jesus Christ. I appreciate it so much. I have loved it in here and I really am going to miss it. I think I'm getting teary, but I think it's because I'm so tired. But I'm going to miss it and I'm so grateful that you took the time out of your lives to come and spend some time. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you have the best time while you're in Vegas. And I know this might not be arranging in people, but just look after each other. Be wise out there because people are crazy. And I just want to quickly ask, is it your 80th birthday today? What's your name? But it's Barbara here on the front row. It's her 80th birthday today. I think we should sing a happy birthday. Because I don't know if I've seen an 80th birthday here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Barbara. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Babs. I see you wearing your sachet. Anyway, I love you. I've got one more up tempo and one more
Rolling in the Deep's coming up. I'm not shutting up. I'm just letting everyone know.
This is
Sorry.
Rolling in the Deep. This is for you.